Welcome to 2 Minute Classes. We are here to discuss yet another example of Python programming. The example here, just a second. The example here says that you will be given a number which contains only zeros and ones. And your task is to make all the digits same but just by flipping one digit. That is, either you can make any one 0 as 1 or any 1 to 0. If it is possible to make all the digits same just by flipping any one digit, then your program should print yes, otherwise your program should print no. So suppose your input is 101. So here if I flip this 0 to 1, all the digits will be same. So my answer should be yes. Let us see more examples of the output. Suppose entered number is 11000 and then 5 times 1. Then the answer should be no because it is having 3 zeros. So you cannot flip the zeros to 1 and there are 7 ones. So you cannot flip any 1 to 0 to make all the digits as 0 or 1. Now suppose our entered number is 1110 and 4 times 1. So answer should be yes because there is only one 0 which if you flip it to 1 all will become 1. And also here there is 1 and 5 times 0. So if you flip this 1 to 0 then all will become 0. So answer should be yes. So your task is not flipping. Your task is just finding out whether it is possible to make all the digits as 0 or 1 just by flipping one digit. So how are we going to proceed? Okay, so if there is only 1 0 or only 1 1 in your number, then only the number can be flipped and we can get the same digits. So it is obvious that is if your number is having only 1 0, then you can flip that 0 to 1 and your number will become all ones. Otherwise, if your number is having only 1 1, then if you flip that 1 to 0, then all the digits will become 0 and your number will have all the digits as 0. So how are we going to proceed is if you can count the number of zeros and number of ones in the given number. Okay, and then check that either number of ones or number of zeros is 1, then the output should be yes, otherwise the output should be no. Okay, so like we have seen in our previous example, here if I count number of zeros and ones, so number of 1 will come out to be 1, so it should say yes. Here also number of 1 will come out to be 7, but number of 0 will come out to be 1. So either number of ones or number of zeros is 1, then my program should say yes. Here in this example, number of 1 is 7 and number of 0 is 3. So neither of them is 1, so my program is saying no. Okay, so how are you going to count number of zeros and ones? So first of all, there is a logic to count the digits. So the first thing is you have to separate the digits. So when you do number mod 10, it always gives you the last digit of the number. Suppose my number is 125. If I do the mod of it with 10, it will give me 5, which is the last digit. Similarly, if my number is 10001, if I do the mod of this with 10, it will give me 1. And suppose my number is 1 and 5 times 0. If I do the mod of this number with 10, it will give me the last digit, which is 0. Now if you keep on performing the mod, it will always give you the last digit. Okay, but your task is to find out this digit, then the second last digit, then the third last digit. So you have to keep on reducing the size of the number. So how are you going to reduce the size of the number? If you perform the operation like this, like number equal to number by 10. If you divide the number by 10, it will reduce the number of digits by 1. Suppose I am dividing 125 by 10, it is going to make it 12. So it is going to like reduce the last digit. Okay, always the least significant bit. Suppose my number is 10001. If I do division by 10, then it will give me 1000. And similarly, if my number is 1 5 times 0, I do division by 10, it will give me 1 and 4 times 0. Okay, so how are we going to build the logic? The logic is keep on finding the last digit by doing mod and check If the last digit is 0, you increment the number of zeros counter, and if the last digit which you found out by doing the mod is 1, then you increment the ones counter. So you are going to maintain two counters, 0 and ones counter, which will be normal variables. And whenever you are doing the mod and finding out the last digit, if the last digit is 0, you will increment the zeros. If the last digit is 1, you will increment the counter of ones. Now keep on reducing the number of digits from LSB. Okay, so you will find the last digit, reduce the number, find the last digit, reduce the number. So you will keep on repeating these steps. Until when are you going to repeat? You have to repeat the above steps till the number doesn't reach 0. Okay, so you have to keep on repeating it. Suppose my number is 10001. I will find out the mod, it will give me 1. I will increment the ones counter, then I will reduce the number, it will become 1000. Then I will again find the last digit, which will be 0. I will increment the zeros counter, then I will again reduce the number, it will become 100. Then last digit will be 0, so number of zeros will be 2 and number of ones will be 1. Again reducing the number will lead it to 10, then again till 1, and if I reduce it further, it will make the number as 0. So I will stop. Okay, so this is our final logic on which we are going to work. Now let us proceed to our program. So here I have already taken the input n equal to enter a number. Now I am going to set some counters. So here is my 0 counter. I have set it to 0 because in the beginning I don't know how many zeros are there, and there is a 1 counter. You should always make variable names properly so that it will make your program readable. So 0 counter and 1 counter is 0. Now I have applied a while loop. This while loop will keep on going till number is not equal to 0. Okay, so till your number becomes 0, you are going to repeat the process. And what is the process? You are going to find out the last digit. In order to find out the last digit, you will do the mod of it with 10. So this will always give you the last digit of your entered number. Now remember, your number will be having only zeros and ones. Okay, now this is the last digit. Now you are going to check if your last digit is 0. If it is 0, you are going to increment the 0 counter. So it will be 0 counter plus 1. Okay, so if your last digit came out to be 0, you are going to say, okay, number of zeros will be 1 great, like you keep on incrementing them. Okay, and otherwise, because there are only zeros and ones in your program, so otherwise you will do increment the ones counter to ones counter plus 1. Okay, so you will find out the last digit and check if it is 0, you will increment the 0 counter, otherwise you will increment the 1 counter. After this, you are going to reduce the number. Okay, so how are we going to reduce the number? N equal to n by 10. Okay, why I am using this operator like 2 slashes? Because in Python there are 2 operators, one is single slash and one is double slash. Single slash will give you a floating answer and double slash will give you a integer answer. Okay, so I am using this. After this, I will come out of the loop. And now I will check if 0 counter is 1 or 1 counter is 1. So if either of them is 1, then only you have to print the answer as, or if both of them are also 1, like suppose my number is 10, then also it is possible to flip a 1 or flip a 0 to make all of them as 1 or 0. So I will print yes, otherwise I am going to print no. Okay, so this was a simple program, but it required a pre-logic in order, like implementation wise it was simple, but it required somewhat thought to come to this logic. Okay, we are going to execute this program. Okay, I'm going to execute this, enter a number. Suppose I enter the number as 101, which was given in our program. So it will say me yes. Suppose I enter the number as 1001, it should tell me no. And obviously you cannot flip any one digit to make them all same. Suppose I enter the number as 10, it will tell me yes, because you can flip this one and make all zeros. Otherwise, if I am entering this program in this way, it should tell me no. Okay, so in this way, if like let's take one more example. Suppose this is my number, it is saying me yes. Okay, so this is how the program looks like. Have a look at the program.